gì đâu.
The goal of this video is to
Trời hết
essentially
10
write
đấy.
down all.
Trời hết 10 đấy.
The goal of this video is to essentially write down all the numbers in order from 0 to 100. But I'm going to do it in an interesting way, in a way that maybe will allow us to see some patterns in the numbers themselves. So let me just start. So I'm going to start at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Instead, we know, of course, that the next number is 10, which I could write down. Instead of doing that, I'm just going to copy and paste all of this. So copy and paste all of that and see what this does for us. So if I do that, how does that help us? Well, we know the next number is 10, which one way to think about it is it's a 1 followed by a 0. What's the number after that? What's 11, which is a 1 followed by 1. What's the number after that? What's 12, which is a 1 followed by 2. And then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Well, that was pretty neat. This next row of numbers, as I went from 10 to 19, look just like the first ones. So the second number is the same in yellow, but then I added a purple 1 to the front of it. And one way to think about it is each of these numbers, the purple 1 that I added, that represents 10. So 11 could be viewed as 10 plus 1. 12 could be viewed as 10 plus 2. But let's see if this keeps working. So let's take another row of numbers. So let's take another row, my original row. And what do I get to after 19? Well, of course, after 19, we get to 20. So 20, 20, and then 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I think you might start to see the pattern here. What are we going to do for the next row? Well, now we're in the 30s. So the first number, 30, is 30 plus 0, 30 plus 1, 30 plus 2, 30 plus 3, which is 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So just doing that, I think you already see the pattern. The number on the right, we keep going from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the number on the left, if we're in the 10, if we're between 10 and 19, you always have a 1. If you're between 20 and 29, you always have a 2. If you're between 30 and 39, you always have a 3. Now, how can I complete this, going all the way to 99 pretty fast? Well, let's just do that. So that's going to be my 40s. I haven't written it out yet. That's going to be my 50s. This is going to be my 60s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 80s, and then I have my 90s right over here. And so this one, we already said this is going to be my 40s. This is going to be my 50s. This is going to be, I'm trying to make sure you saw my colors, my 60s. This is going to be my 70s, and then I have my 80s, and then of course I have my let me do a color that I'll reuse the magenta. I have my 90s. So what if I were to just take this? So let me just take this right over here and copy and paste that. So copy, and then let me paste it. So now I have 41, 51, 61, 71, 81, and 91. Now I can do it over here, 42, 52, 62, 72, 82, and 92. And I can do it for each of these now. So that's now 44, 54, 64, 74, 84, 94. And so when I do that, we see the full pattern. We see the full pattern, and I'm almost done. I'm almost done filling in my numbers from 0 to 99, 49, 59, 69, 79, 89, 99. And if we just want to feel good, we could throw in 100 right over there. And you see that the pattern still holds. We went from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now we got to 10 followed by a 0. That was pretty neat. What is the missing number? 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106 is the missing number. And then we go 107, 108, 109, 110. So the missing number is 106. That's the number after 105 and before 107. Let's keep going. What is the missing number? Well, if I start at 100, the next number is going to be 101. And then we go to 102, 103, 104, and we go, keep going. This is exciting. What whole number comes right before 105? Well, what whole number comes right before 5? Well, 4. So what number comes right before 105? Well, it's going to be 104. If you're counting after 100, you get 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, and then you go to 105. All right, so they want us to figure out what the missing number is. And we see that they're counting 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10, and then here they're going from 11 to 20. They're counting all the way up to 120. But there's a missing square here. So this is the number that is one larger than 118 and one less than 120. Well, if I was counting, I'd go 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, and then 119. 19 is before 20, so 119 is going to be before 120. And 19 is after 18, so the number after 118 is going to be 119. Let's check our answer. Let's do one more of these. Well, we've done these a lot already. What number is missing? Right after 7 comes 8, so right after 107 comes 108, and then 109, and 110.
What the fuck? 15. 54. Nope. 4. 29. 2. 31.
So we are told, let's count by tens. And we go 10, 20, blank, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. What number did we miss? Pause the video. What number did we miss right over here? Well, if we're counting by tens, we would go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we're missing 30. So which choice right over here has 30? Well, if we scroll down a little bit, we see right there. That is our choice. Let's do another example. So here, we are asked which 10 frames show 20. And a 10 frame is just a fancy word for one of these blocks over these frames that have 10 objects in it. You can see right over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So which of these 10 frames show 20? Well, 20 is two groups of 10. So this is 10 and then 20. So that's 20 right over there. Choice B is 10, 20, 30, 40. Choice C is 10, 20, 30. So we can feel good about choice A. Here we're told drag the 10 frames into the box to make 40. So let's see, here this is 10 right over there. Then we get another 10, gets us to 20. Then another 10 gets us to 30. And then finally another 10 gets us to 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. We're done.
To make 70, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 30. Oh, what the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 20. 10 frame show with 20.
How many people do you see in this picture? See, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in this picture. So I'm going to choose 6. This is fun. Let me keep going. How many wheels do I see in the picture? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to scroll down and try to don't miss these over here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 wheels. There's 16 wheels. These 4 cars have 16 wheels. So 16 wheels. Let's keep going. How many people are in the boat? I see 1, 2, and 3. There's the guy rowing it. There's, I guess, the mother, and then there's the baby. There's 3 people in this boat. 3 people in the boat. This is too much fun. How many faces do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 faces. Keep going. How many bottles do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles. And we're done.
How many buttons? In front of the code. How many puppies? 1, 2, 3. 10. How many pieces of fruit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many feet? 4. How many wheels? 16. 6.
Which box has 12 whales? All right, so this green box here, let's see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, that's not 12 whales. This one right over here, you see, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 whales, so that's not 12. So it's got to be this one. Let's just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, this one has 12 whales in it. Let's check our answer. Let's do a few more of these. How many sheep are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 sheep. There are 17 sheep. Let's do one more. How many flowers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 flowers.
How many monkeys? 3, 5. 3 times 5 is 15. 15. Alright, total. 5 times 4 is 20. 6 times 3 is 80. 80 seals. Yeah, that's right. 9. 5, 6, 7, 40, 40 times 40 plus 5, 90.
How many dogs do you see? And I have the dogs down here, and we just need to count them. So if I'm starting with this dog, and I want to make sure that I don't count him again, so I'm going to remember I'm starting with this top dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see 8 dogs. You might be tempted to go 9, but I already counted this dog. So there's only 8 dogs. So I see 8 dogs. So let's check our answer. Got it right. How many mice do you see? Same thing. I like to start with the top mouse. But we have to remember, if I'm going to start counting with the top mouse, I don't want to keep counting the top mouse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, you might be tempted to go 8, but we already counted this top mouse. So there's only 7 mice here. 7 mice. You gotta be careful not to keep going in circles and counting the mice over and over and over again. You only want to count each of the mice once. Let's do another one. This is too much fun. How many cookies do you see? All right, they're all jumbled up here. And we just have to be careful not to count a cookie twice. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 cookies. I see 9 cookies. How many mice are there? Okay, now here there are a lot of mice. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 mice. There are 19 mice there. That's a lot of mice.
Oh, what the fuck? How many monkeys do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. How many pigs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. How many flowers? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many chicks? 5. How many dogs? 4 plus 4. How many rabbits? Yes. Which one has to eat them? How many people do you see? 1, 2, 3. How many people? How many? 1, 2, 3. Six. Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Gavin has these horses. Is the number of horses in each picture below more than, less than, or same as the number of horses Gavin has? So let's first look at how many horses Gavin has. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 horses. Okay, so let's remember that. And let's compare each of these amounts of horses to the 6 horses that Gavin has. So let's look over here. So over here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 horses. So this is the same number that Gavin has. They're just arranged differently. So this is the same. We'll put it in the same as bucket. Now, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses. So this is less than the 6 horses that Gavin has. 5 is less than 6. Here, and I can just look at this and see that there's more than 6, but we can count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another 5, that's going to be 10. Or we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 10 is more than 6. 10 is more than 6, so we'll put it in the more than bucket. Now here we have 4 and 4. Well, that's going to be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, that is more than the 6 up here. So that's more than 6. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 horses. Well, 4 is less than 6. So I will put that in the less than bucket, just like that. And let's check our answer to see how we did. We got it right.
Okay. Which cage tank has fuel? Which tank fuel? Say this one. Okay. Must be a monkey. Done. Are there more wells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. More well. Yeah. Which one has? Of course this one. Who's more? Let's go.
which numbers are greater than 6? Select all that apply. So we see 6 here on the number line. So the numbers that are greater than 6 are going to be the ones that are to the right of 6 on the number line. We see that we're increasing beyond 6 as we go to the right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 7 is greater than 6, 8 is greater than 6, 9 is greater than 6, and 10 is greater than 6. And we can keep going. 11 is greater than 6, and 12, and on and on and on. So which of these are greater than 6? Well, we see 10 is to the right, is on the right-hand side of 6. 8 is also to the right of 6, but 4 is to the left of 6. 4 is less than 6. So these are the two numbers that are greater than, the two choices that are greater than 6. Which numbers are less than 6? Well, that's all of these numbers right over here, the numbers to the left of 6. So 9 is definitely not less than 6, but 4 is, notice, 4 is to the left of 6, and 3 is even more to the left of 6. So 4 and 3 are definitely less than 6. And in everyday life, when you're thinking of, well, if you have 4 things or you have 3 things, you have less than someone who has 6 things. And in everyday life, if you have 10 bananas, you have a greater number of bananas than someone who has 6 bananas.
The number of 10 is 3. The number of number 6 less than this.
We count the most stars, numbers, or letters. So let's see this. Let's count each of these. So if we look at the number of stars, so we have 1, 2, 3 stars. How many numbers do we have? We have 1, 2 numbers. 2 numbers. How many letters do we have? We have 1, 2 letters. So what do we have the most of? We have the most stars. 3 stars, only 2 numbers and 2 letters. We have the most number of stars.
A few plants, animal, plants, one, only plants. No, 3. We count the most. What the fuck is this? Square is 1, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Triangle is 1, 2. Star is 3. 4. More outside. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Birds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. More birds. 4 elephants. 1, 4. Ladybugs. 2. And a fox. 3. Mouse. Or animal is 1, 2. Yeah, definitely land. That is one. My animal food. Definitely food.
Let's count together from 0 to 19. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now we go to the 2-digit numbers. And then we go to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Now, why did I do this? Well, the whole point of this is to see a pattern here, especially in these 2-digit numbers. What do we see is true about all of these numbers that are, you can think of them, they're being in their teens. Well, they all, you might see, have a 1 as their first digit, and that 1 is sitting in what we'll call the tens place. It literally says that each of these numbers, that 1 represents a 10. What do I mean by that? Well, if we go up to 10 over here, this is telling us that this 1 represents 10, and then this 0 represents 0 ones. So 10 is 10 plus 0. You say, oh, well, what's the big deal? We already knew that any number plus 0 is that number again. But I think you'll see the pattern as we go into these other numbers. So 11 is equal to, so this 1, the yellow 1, represents 10, and then this pink 1 represents 1. And then 12. 12, this yellow 1 represents 10, and then this pink 2 represents 2. Or you could think of it as, this yellow 1 says this is 1 10, so we have a 10 right over there, and this is 2 1s, and you have 2 right over there. And we can keep going. I think you see the pattern. 13 is 10 plus 3. 13 is 10 plus 3. 14 is equal to 10 plus 4. Plus 4, 15 is equal to 10 plus 5. And I encourage you to pause the video now and try to finish the rest. Try to write 16, 17, 18, and 19 as 10 plus some other number, and really just make sure that you understand the pattern that's happening. So let's do that. So 16, so I can even write them all like this. They're all going to be 10, 10 plus something. So 16 is 10 plus 6, 17 is 10 plus 7, 18 is 10 plus 8, and 19 is 10 plus 9. And when you write it out like this, it becomes pretty clear that this 1 in each of these numbers represents 10, and then the digit on the right, that just represents that many ones. Let's say that you're throwing a party, and as we all know, any party needs a sufficient number of monkeys. Right now you have 10 monkeys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But you would like to have 18 monkeys. So how many more monkeys do you need in order to have 18 monkeys? And I encourage you to pause the video and think about it on your own before I work through it. So remember, the goal here is to get to, the goal here is to get to 18 monkeys. Now what do we know about the number 18? Well, the number 18, you have this 1 right over here in the tens place, so that literally represents 1, 10, and then this 8 represents 8 ones. So plus 8 ones, and that's the same thing as saying 1, 10, that's just a 10 right over there, and 8 ones, that's just 8. So 18 is the same thing as 10 plus 8. So if we start with 10 monkeys, which is how many we have started with, how many more do we need to get to 18? Well, if you start at 10, you need 8 more to get to 18. And we can verify that visually if we like. So let's see, let me copy and paste one of these monkeys. Copy. So this is 10, so now let's get to 18. So 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, and 18. So how many more did we add? Well, once again, we started with this 10 right over here. Let me box them off. We started with these 10 monkeys. So that's one group of 10 right over there. So we started with the 10, and then we added 8 more monkeys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hello.
So we started with 10. We added 8 more monkeys. We added 8 more monkeys to get to 18. And once again, how did we first think about that? Well, 18 is 1 10 plus 8 ones, or 10 plus 8. 18.
Oh. Alo. Em tắt đi. Thế. Thế đi không? Đấy, bữa tối. Đi Thảo.
And once again, how did we first think about that? Well, 18 is 110 plus 8 ones, or 10 plus...
Sao? Em đi học không? Three more girls. 14 ladybugs. 16. One, two is rectangle. 5, 8, 8. Camera test. Stuck 10 frames to make body. How many icon? Oh, 4. 15. How many pony? 7. Okay. Oh, they are the same. Which number? Like, 2, 6, 5. Demo. Demo. 3 points. 15, 15, 17. One. Three.
Let's think about what it means to add numbers. So let's start with 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1. What is this going to be equal to? One way to think about this is we have one thing, and that thing will be a purple circle. So let me put that here. So that's this one thing. I'm just going to represent it with a purple circle. And I'm going to add another one thing. And since this is in blue, I'll make that other circle. I'll make that in blue as well. So let me put that right over here. So 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1. How many total circles do I now have? Well, I now have 2 circles. I now have 2 circles. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Okay, you're saying, all right, Sal, that makes sense. Let's do this with larger numbers. So let's say we want to know what equals, and I'll put a question mark over here. So question mark, what equals, so something is equal to, let's say, 2 plus 3. Something is equal to 2 plus 3. What is this something going to be? And I encourage you to pause the video and think about it on your own. Well, you could view this as I have 2 objects, and I'm going to add another 3 objects. How many total objects would I have? So you have your 2 objects, which I'll use purple circles again. So so we have 1 and 2 purple circles. This is the 2 right over here. And then to that, we're going to add 3 more circles. And I'll represent those in blue because we wrote the 3 here in blue. So that is 1, 2, and 3. So how many total circles do we now have? Well, we could count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles. So 2 plus 3, 2 things plus another 3 things are 5 things. So our question mark right over here is equal to 5. So instead of writing the question mark right over here, let me clear that out. I could say 5 is equal to, I could write down that 5 is equal to 2 plus 3.
Fine. Three, four.
Let's explore what it means to subtract numbers. So let's say that I want to figure out what 4 minus 3 is. 4 minus 3. So one way to think about this is you start with 4 objects. And so let me just draw 4 objects. So there I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And when I say this is the 4 objects right over here, when I say minus 3, or if I'm going to subtract 3 from the 4, one way to think about it is I'm going to take 3 of these 4 objects away. So let's do that. So I'm going to take away 1, I'm going to take away 2, and I'm going to take away 3. Notice, I took away 1, 2, 3 objects. So how many do I have left over? Well, if I start with 4 and I take away 3, I subtract 3, 4 minus 3, I am left with 1 object right over here. So 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. Fascinating. Let's do another one of these. Let's figure out what 5 minus 2 is. Let's write it this way. Let's say we want to figure out something, some question mark. Actually, let me just clear this out. So I'll just do it right over here, actually. So let's say we have some question mark. So there's some unknown number right over here. So I'll just put a question mark over here. And we say that unknown number is equal to 5 minus 2. So what is this going to be? Well, let's visualize it. This means I have 5 things, and I'm going to take away 2 of them. And this is going to be what I have left over after I start with 5 and take away 2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, and now I am going to take away 2 of them. So I'm going to take away 1 and 2. So I took away 1, 2 objects. So how many do I have left over? Well, I have left over these, let me do this in a different color. I have left over these purple things right over here. So how many is that? How many do I have left over? Well, I have left over 1, 2, 3 of my original 5. So something is equal to 5 minus 2. That something is 3. 3 is equal to 5 minus 2. So let me just replace this with a 3. So we see that 3, excuse me, the 3 in the same color as this green. So we see that 3 is equal to 5 minus 2, or we could say that 5 minus 2 is equal to 3, either way.
Three, four,
What I want to do in this video is think about the different ways to make 5. So what do I mean about that? So right over here we have 3 plus something, so there's some unknown number right over here. 3 plus something is going to be equal to 5. And in this diagram we have 3 circles here, that represents the 3, and then we have 5 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so how many more circles do we need in order to fill up all the 5 boxes? We've clearly already filled 3. Well, let's think about it. We just have to add 1 and 2 circles. Now we have a total of 5, 3 blue ones, and 2 of this purple color, or I guess this pink color. So we see that 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. So that mystery number here, that blank, is 2. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Now over here we have 2 plus some mystery number is equal to 5 again. And once again, we have 5 spaces, and 2 of them are filled in with these kind of purple pink stars. So how many more do we have to fill in order to fill in all 5 boxes? 2 plus what is equal to 5? And I encourage you to pause the video and think about it. So I'm assuming you've had a go at it. So let's think about how many more of these boxes we need to fill in order to fill in all 5 of them. So we need to fill in 1, 2, and 3 of the boxes in order to fill out all 5. Now we have 5 stars. We have 2 of the pink ones, and we have 3 of the blue ones. So we can say that 2 plus 3, the mystery number here is 3. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Let's do a few more of these. So here, I have 4 plus some mystery number is equal to 5. And I filled out 4 of the 5 boxes. How many more do I need to fill in order to have 5 things, or have all 5 boxes filled out? Well, we see very clearly here that there's exactly 1 box that we need to fill in, or 1 box that we need to add to the other 4. So we see that 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Now let's go the other way. We have 5 boxes. Only 1 of them is filled in. How many more of these smiley faces do we need to add in order to fill in all the boxes? Or another way of thinking about it, we have 1. How many more do we need to add to 1 to get to 5? And like always, encourage you to pause the video and think about it on your own. Well, let's see. We can add 1, we can add 2, we can add 3, and 4 yellow smiley faces. So we could say we have 1 white smiley face plus 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow smiley faces is equal to 5. And you see a pattern here. Let's start at the beginning. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, and 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. When you had 3 filled in, you did 2 more to get to 5. When you had 2 filled in, you did 3 more to get to 5. Notice 3 plus 2, 2 plus 3. Same thing over here. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. 1 plus 4 is equal to 5.
So and okay. Uh,
We have 3 plus blank is equal to 10. So pause the video and try to figure out what the blank is. What do I have to add to 3 to get to 10? So you've had a go at it. Now let's see if we can do this together. So over here, I have 3 of these I guess you could say these purple pinkish circles, and I have 10 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So one way to think about it is, how many more circles do I need to add to fill up all of the boxes? So let's just count that together. I need to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to fill up all 10 boxes. So 3 plus what is equal to 10? Well, 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is equal to 10. Let's do one more of these. So now I have 6 plus blank is equal to 10. So again, try to pause the video and see if you can figure out what the blank is. What do I need to add to 6 to get to 10? Let's do it together. So we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles. We have 10 boxes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we just have to think about how many more circles do we need to fill up all the boxes to get to 10? Because we already have 6 filled in. Well, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to 10. So let's just fill that in. 6 plus 4 is equal to 10, or we could say even that 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. Either way. We've got 3 bananas here. 1, 2, 3. So I'm starting with 3 bananas, and I want to add some number of bananas so that I end up with 10 bananas. So this is what I'm starting with. I'm starting with 3, and I want to end up with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what do I have to add to the 3 to get to 10? And I encourage you to pause this video and try this out on your own. So let's work through this. So let's just start adding bananas. So that's 3. So now let me add a 4th. That'd be my 4th banana. 5 bananas, 6 bananas, 7 bananas, 8 bananas, 9 bananas, and 10 bananas. So how many bananas did I add? So now I added some number of bananas here. So in total I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many did I have to add to the 3 in order to get to the total of 10, in order to get this 10 right over here? Well, we can just count these. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I added 7 bananas. I added 7 bananas to the original 3 bananas to get to 10. So 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. And you can see that what we have on this left side is indeed equal to what we have on the right side. On the left side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bananas. And on the right-hand side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they are indeed equal.
No. Six.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blueberries here. So we have 5 blueberries. And we have 1, 2, 3 cherries. 3 cherries. Now, if I want to figure out the total number of fruit that I have here, I could say the total number of pieces of fruit. What should I do? Should I add 5 plus 3? So should I add 5 plus 3? Or should I subtract? Should I do 5 minus 3 to get the total number of fruit that I have? And I encourage you to pause the video now and try to think about it on your own. Well, if I want the total number of fruit, I'm starting with 5 blueberries, and now I have 3 more. I'm going to add 3. I'm going to get a larger number of fruit. I start with 5. I'm going to have 3 more. So I'm going to add 3. And so how many blueberries do I have? Well, what's 5 plus 3? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of fruit. 8 pieces of fruit. Now, what would 5 minus 3 have meant? What would 5 minus 3? 5 minus 3. What would that mean? Well, you could imagine starting off with 5 pieces of fruit. Let me copy and paste that. Copy and paste that. So if you start with 5 pieces of fruit, and now if you're subtracting 3, this means taking away 3 of your fruit. So take away 1, take away 2, and take away 3. So how many are you left with? Well, you're just left with these, 1, 2, right over here. So 5 minus 3 is 2. So if someone says, hey, I have 5 blueberries and I have 3 more cherries, how many pieces of fruit? Well, now I'm going to be adding. But if someone says I have 5 blueberries and then I ate 3 of them, how many do I have left? Well, then you have 2 left. So we're given 4 different equations here, and each of them have a blank. And we need to fill in that blank with a missing number. So let's do each of these. So on the left-hand side of this equation, we have 1 plus 4, and that is equal to, so 1 plus 4 is the same thing as, well, 1 plus 4 is 5. If we take 4, and if we add 1 more, you're going to have 5. So now we finish that one, because 1 plus 4 is the same thing as 5. Now here we're saying 4 plus something is the same thing as 5. Well, we just figured out that 1 plus 4, or 4 plus 1, is the same thing as 5. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So notice there we have the equation. 4 plus 1 is the same thing as 5. Equals means that what's on the left is the same thing as what you have on the right. Now we have blank plus 2 is equal to 5. So what plus 2 is the same thing as 5? Well, 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, or 5 is equal to 3 plus 2. Now you go here. Well, now that 3 plus blank is equal to 5. Well, we already figured it out because 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. So we can write 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And we can check ourselves, and we can keep going. So now we have some subtraction. So what's the same thing as 9 minus 3? So if I have 9 things, and if I were to take away 3 of them, I'm going to have 6 left. 9 minus 3 is the same thing as 6. 10 minus blank is equal to 6. So what do I have to take away from 10 in order to have 6 left over? Well, if I take 4 away from 10, I'm going to have 6 left over. Now, something minus 1 is the same thing as 6. Well, 7 minus 1 is going to be equal to 6. And then we get 8 minus blank is equal to 6. So how many do I have to take away from 8 in order to get to 6? Well, if I take away 1, I'm going to get 7. If I take away 2, I'm going to have 6. So 8 minus 2 is equal to 6.
Seven. And why is that taking so long? Yeah, I just deleted this. We just need to clear that's a yeah, noise. And error of my flower. Uh, uh, nine hot dog to down and take it on other side.
3 flowers bloomed yesterday, and they draw the flowers. 1, 2, 3. 6 more bloomed today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many flowers bloomed? Well, 3 yesterday, 6 more today. So you're going to have the 3 from yesterday plus the 6 more today. Well, what's 3 plus 6 equal to? Well, 3 plus 6 is the same thing as 6 plus 3, and that's going to be 9. 6 plus 1 is 7, 6 plus 2 is 8, 6 plus 3 is 9. And it's good to know, just in your head, 6 plus 3 is 9, 3 plus 6 is 9. Or you can even count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do another one. There were 2 sharks. 1, 2. 3 more sharks came. 1, 2, 3. How many sharks are there now? Well, there's the 2 that were there before, plus the 3 that came. So there's now 2 plus 3 sharks. So what is 2 plus 3? Well, 2 plus 3 is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. And you can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do one more. A squirrel picked up 7 acorns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She picked up 1 more acorn. Find out how many acorns she picked up. Well, she picked up the 7 plus 1 acorn. So it's going to be 7 plus 1 acorns, and that is equal to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got it right.
2 bytes and set to banana
There were 10 sharks at the reef, and we see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sharks, just like they told us. 2 sharks swam away. I was going to say ran away. They swam away. How many sharks are left? So let's think about it. There were 10 sharks at the reef, and two of them swam away. So how many sharks are left? How many sharks are left? Well, what's 10 minus 2 going to be equal to? Well, we can look up here. If we had 10 pictures of sharks, and we were to take away 1 and then 2, how many are going to be left? Well, we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 10 minus 2, 10 taking away 2 sharks, the 2 sharks that swam away is going to be equal to 8.
Yes, 3 4 7 4 here we 6 2 3 icon and it must be scale. Sure. No.
Oh, look, it's my cousin Fal. Cousin Fal, what can I do for you? Hey, Fal, what's up? Oh, well, not much. I'm just sitting here thinking about what video I should do next.
Well, then maybe you can help me. I'm starting a shape collection.
Okay, so how do you need help?
Well, look at these shapes over here. I have no way to classify them.
Okay, well, there's a bunch of ways that you could classify them. The first way, you could think about how many sides each of these shapes have. So that's one way to think about it, how many sides they have.
How did I figure that out?
Okay, well, let's look at each of these and think about how many sides they have. So this first shape right over here, this is one side. We see this kind of straight right over here. It's the straight line between these two corners. So that's one side, 2 sides, 3 sides, and 4 sides. So this shape right over here has 4 sides.
Okay, I think I get it. What about this shape right over here?
Okay, well, let's see. This one, well, same idea. This one also looks like it has 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 sides.
What about this one?
Okay, well, this one, actually, this is interesting. This one actually has no corners, and it has no sides. There's no straight edges over here. This thing is all curved. So since it has no corners, it also has no sides, or at least the way that I'm thinking about it. So I would say that this one over here has 0 sides, 0, 0. Let me write that a little bit neater for you.
Okay, yeah, I like that. It's really neat.
Okay, 0 sides, and it has 0 corners. Actually, let me write them for all of them. This one has 4 sides, and we can also count the corners. We have 1, that's where the 2 sides meet. 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. 4 corners. this shape over here, it also has 4 sides. We already counted that. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. So 4 sides and 4 corners actually describes both of these shapes. This one has 0 sides and 0 corners.
What about the green one?
Okay, well, let's see. 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, and 4 sides. And it also has 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. So this is also 4 sides and 4 corners is also true of that one there.
Do all shapes have 4 sides and 4 corners?
No, not at all. No, this one right over here, 0 sides and 0 corners. And actually, this last shape right over here doesn't seem to have 4 sides or 4 corners. If we count them, we have 1 side, 2 sides, and 3 sides. So this one has 3 sides. And if we count the corners, we have 1 corner, 2 corners, and 3 corners.
Oh, thanks so much, Cousin Sal. But one, I was confused when you're my cousin, my uncle, but I'll call you Cousin Sal. But what I read in the Shape magazine, that there's other ways I can classify based on whether the sides have the same size. So which of these have all the sides at the same size?
Okay, well, calm down. Well, let's look at this. So if you look at this one, it has 4 sides, but we see that this side right over here, this green side, is clearly shorter than this purple side. So all the 4 sides here are not the same length. But if we look at this shape right over here, this side at least looks like the same length as this side, and that looks like the same length as this side, and that looks like the same length as that side. So it looks over here like all 4 sides are the same length, and that's also true for this shape. This side looks the same length as that side, looks the same length as that side, looks the same length as that side. And it's also true for this 3-sided shape. This side looks the same length as that side, the same length as that one.
Oh, thank you so much, Cousin Sal. I'm ready to go classify my shape collection. This is awesome.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
Oh.
I have a bunch of shapes here. Let's think about what they are. So this first shape here, you probably recognize it. It's the shape of the moon in the sky, at least on a full moon, and we call it a circle. Now, what makes it a circle? Well, when you get further in math, we come up with fancier ways to define a circle. But one way to think about it is if you take the center of the circle, and if we go from one side of the circle to the other side of the circle through the center, that's always going to be the same length. So that's the same length as this, as long as we go to the center of the circle as that. Now, if that's a circle, what would something like this be? Well, you might call this an oval, and all circles are ovals, but this oval is not a circle, because if you have its center, say right over there, this distance going in that direction is going to be much shorter, or just shorter, than this distance right over here. So this one right over here is not a circle, this one is. Now what about this shape over here that has 3 sides? 1, 2, 3. You can also say it has 3 corners. 1, 2, 3. Well, if you have 3 sides, we call that a triangle. Triangle. Whenever you see this tri right here, that's a good sign that you're dealing with the number 3. This is a triangle, it has 3 sides. Now what about these shapes over here? These shapes are interesting. How many sides do these shapes have? Well, if you count them, you see that this one up here in purple has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. This has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So they all have 4 sides. So our name for any shape that has 4 sides is quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. All have 4 sides. So our name for any shape that has 4 sides is quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. Quadrilateral.
All sides.
And when you see this quad at the beginning of the word, that's a pretty good sign that you're dealing with the number 4. 4 sides. 4 sides. That's what quadrilateral means. But these are all different special cases of quadrilaterals. And actually, you can even have a quadrilateral that looks like this. You can even have a quadrilateral that looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. As long as it has 4 sides, it's a quadrilateral. Let's think about each of these. So this shape right over here, what you might see is the corners. The corners all come in, sometimes it's called square, sometimes you could call it a right angle. So and notice I put little small squares here. So if all 4 corners are square, or they're all come in at a right angle like this, then you are dealing with a rectangle. You are dealing with a rectangle. And so just to be clear, this down here is not a rectangle. Notice this corner right over here, if I try to put a little square here, it would either look like this. And so it doesn't 2 sides on 2 sides of the square, or it would look like this. So this is not a square corner, neither is this, or neither is this. So this is not a rectangle. All 4 corners need to be square. This one also is not a rectangle. Notice the corners are not right angles. So this isn't a rectangle, this is a rectangle. What about this? Well, I can do that. I can put little squares. I could put little squares in the corner, or I could see that they are all right. All the corners are right angles. So this actually is a rectangle as well. So these are both rectangles. Now you might recognize. recognize this purple one on the left as a special type of rectangle. Not only are all of the corners square, not only do they have these right angles, but all the sides are the same length. Or at least it looks like it from this picture. This side is the same length as this side, the same length as that side, same length as that side. So if all the sides are the same length and all the corners are square, or they have right angles, well then we call it a square. So this right over here is a square, special type of rectangle. This one, not all the sides are the same. This one, all the sides are the same. Now if we go down here, it looks like all the sides are the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it doesn't have square corners. Notice if I tried to put a little square here, it wouldn't fit perfectly. If I tried to put a little square here, it doesn't fit perfectly. These aren't right angles. So if all 4 sides are the same, and that's all we know about it, we call it a rhombus. We call it a rhombus. So you might be saying, wait, the square, so if all 4 sides are the same, and that's all we know about it, we call it a rhombus. We call it a rhombus. So you might
Rhombus. We call it.
wait, the square, all 4 sides are the same. Is that a rhombus? Yes, it is. So the square is a rectangle. It's a rectangle, and it is a rhombus. So this last shape here, this last quadrilateral, what's interesting about it is you have 2 of the sides going in the same direction. So this one right over here, notice what I mean by the same direction? Sometimes this is called parallel. If I draw 2 lines here, these 2 lines are never going to cross each other. These 2 lines are parallel. If you have one pair of opposite sides that are parallel, we call them trapezoids. We call them trapezoids. So these 2 lines are parallel. If you have one pair of opposite sides that are parallel, we call them trapezoids. We call them trapezoids. So these 2 lines are parallel. If you have one pair of opposite sides that are parallel, we square here doesn't fit perfectly. These aren't right angles. So if all 4 sides are the same, and that's all we know about it, we call it a rhombus. We call it a rhombus. So you might be saying, the square, all 4 sides are the same. Is that a rhombus? Yes, it is. So the square is a rectangle. It's a rectangle, and it is a rhombus. So this last shape here, this last quadrilateral, what's interesting about it is you have 2 of the sides going in the same direction. So this one right over here, notice what I mean by the same direction, and sometimes this is called parallel. If I draw 2 lines here, these 2 lines are never going to cross each other. So these 2 lines are parallel. If you have one pair of opposite sides that are parallel, we call them trapezoids. We call them trapezoids. Notice the other lines, the other opposite sides, these will cross. These will cross eventually. So that right over there is called a trapezoid.
Okay. This? No, isn't it? Rhombus. No. Triangle. Maybe this one. Circle.
In which picture is the cow beside the little chicken here, the little chick? Choose one answer. So which one do you think it is? Well, over here they aren't the same. In which picture is the cow beside the little chicken here? The little chick. Choose one answer. So which one do you think it is? Well, over here they aren't beside each other. Over here they are. So I would pick choice B. Let's do another example. Which elephant is behind the bricks? Think about it. Which one is behind the bricks, A or B? Well, in choice A, the elephant is in front of the bricks. It's in choice B that the elephant, it looks like it's hiding behind the bricks, just sneaking around. All right, I'm going to go with choice B. Let's do one more example. Which shape is below this green rectangle over here? So if I look over here, this is our green rectangle, and which one is below it? Well, we see this red triangle. So this is below the green triangle, and we are done.
It is ice cream melody. This one. Yep, beside the rectangle. Which in front of and in front of the oh yeah, hello. Mm, which shape has more side? Which shape has side? That all the same. Okay. Which shape is that's more side. More side. This way.
Use these semicircles, and a semicircle, semi means half. So use these half circles to make a circle. So if you take two halves of a circle, and if you put them together just right, you're going to make a circle. So how do we do that? Well, this first choice right over here, these are no longer the semicircles. These are each a third of a circle. So we're not going to, this doesn't even complete the entire circle, so that didn't make a circle. This one, they took the two semicircles, but they didn't make them so that their outsides completely line up with each other. So this is the circle. But this one, they took the two semicircles and they put them together just right. So now their outsides line up and we have a full circle. So that's our choice. And we got it right. Let's keep doing this. Use these small triangles to make a big triangle. All right, well here they use them to make not a triangle, but this looks like a parallelogram, a quadrilateral. Here, they've used the two triangles and they made a triangle because this whole thing has three sides. 1, 2, 3. Here, they use these small triangles to make a big triangle. All right, well here they use them to make not a triangle, but this looks like a parallelogram, a quadrilateral. Here, they've used the two triangles and they made a triangle because this whole thing has three sides. 1, 2, 3. Here, they use those two triangles to make a square. We want to make a big triangle, so this is our choice. Let's do a few more of these. Use these semicircles to make a circle. Well, here, they're not meeting on the flat side, so this isn't a circle. This looks like something else, like two smiles or something. Two pieces of a blue watermelon sliced on top of a purple one. This is a circle, so that makes the two semicircles in the right way. And here, they didn't even make them meet, so this would be our choice. Use these small rectangles to make a big rectangle. Well, here, they didn't line them upright to make a big rectangle. Here, they did. This whole thing has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So I'll click that one. This one doesn't look like a rectangle. It looks like some type of an L or something, so I'm not going to select that one. And we got it right.
Uh, uh, to make the thing. a small corner. Uh, think will uh mm, whichever side you want. Yeah, me. Wait, me. Me. This song. Has rectangle square. Pen. 1. Okay. Uh, oh, add more. Oh, 3, 4, and 4. Let's be same. Uh, how do 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Come on. 4. Nice seals and 3 seals. Six. Uh, uh, 1, 2, 3, 5. One, 3. Oh, finish. Oh, that's all of it. I passed kindergarten. How can I start? Next. Okay. 120. 120. Okay, that's good. 120. That is for today.